Hi, this video covers on how to live healthy, everyday living, controlling, preventing to become worse of your acid reflux. First of all, you need to consume more water and don't drink cold water. Better to start now to drink warm water. Start to forget soft drinks, fruit juices from factories, for these fruit juices from factories loaded with artificials and preservatives. They are synthetic also. I know because I worked there before, no? As we all know, preservatives are one causes of hyperacidity. If coffee is okay for you, then it's okay. But if it's not, don't drink it. So you need to take note what drinks and foods is not good for your gut. Some tea also are not good for your gut. It depends on your body. The explanation of that is, I remember my PhD instructor during my chemical engineering days told to us that in every human body we have a unique enzymes, DNA from our family, like that. If you are asking me what is acids, bases, alkaline, I know very well about those, for I learned that before. Acidity in your stomach created for a few ways. First, it is created by your own stomach. Second, it is created by the drink, the foods you eat, or it reacts with other foods and or drinks to become acid. That's why you are wondering and confusing what they are advising to you. You found out that it's not working for you. So my advice to you is to start to observe yourself, what drinks and foods that will like your gut or not like. I will go back to talk drinks before I'm going to foods. Okay? Like I said in my previous video, be very careful of consuming tea too much. It's not only preventing you from absorbing nutrients, but it also destroys your stomach linings. That's why I'm always saying that it's all about timing. Speaking of tea, for gastro-abdominal issues, I will say to you to try chamomile tea. Chamomile or chamomile tea. In 2006, there have been studies about chamomile tea for stomach acidity. And I found out myself during my stomach before have been very upset about hyperacidity. Last time, me and my wife went outside. I told my wife to order tea. Then the seller gave her chamomile tea. My wife didn't order the specific tea. While drinking that chamomile tea, I started to go toilet a few times, and after that, I felt good. My gut also feels great, That time I researched about chamomile, and my conclusion is I agree about the chamomile 2006 studies. One more I'm going to say about tea is, if you can drink tea without sugar, then do it, or lessen sugar. If you like sweet, then choose honey better. Don't mix with milk or creamer. To end about liquids or drinks, still water is very essential to all of the liquids. You know, water has a pH of 7, so it's neutral. It neutralizes everything, no? Below 7 is an acid and above 7 is a base. So that's why the water is neutral. Now we go into foods. If you are still starting to treat yourself and you are experiencing extreme acidity, I'm telling you, you need to fast. No, only foods. You need to fasting foods, but not water, so that it will flush all out from your abdomen. And better to start to eat less. Accept now to eat less and avoid foods that are not good for your gut. The more food in your stomach, the more the chemical reactions to produce acid. It's very simple. Also, don't let your stomach hungry for a long time. Your stomach itself excretes acid if you are hungry. What happens is too much excretion will destroy your stomach lining. And one more, if you have an ulcer that's caused by H. pylori, you need to eat bacteria also. Yes. You know that a bacteria tends to kill other bacteria if they have the same area. If they have, for example, if they have the same container. And for that, I don't know much about foods that contains bacteria or good bacteria. But research says eating pickles can solve the problem, and I can say honey also, or any sugar. You know that bacteria survives because of eating sugar. As they eat sugar, it produces alcohol, and in the end, alcohol kills them. Pickles have a side fermented, that's why it is possible to be effective. And in Philippines, I'm thinking buro in Pampanga, they have their delicacy there, or food, unique food in Pampanga, Philippines. Maybe it will cure that ulcer caused by H. pylori. The English of buro is, or baba, is pickle, am I right? So now I'm talking to foods. My foods that are not good for my gut, it will be good for you. Maybe it will be good for you, not mine. As I said, we have different enzymes. Your body chemical reactions different with mine. But usually, most of all people having an acid reflux, acid issues, they have the same in common. Cooked tomatoes for me is 100%. It triggers my acidity until now. That's why I already forget eating spaghetti, and spaghetti contains tomato sauce. But raw tomatoes, it's okay for me. Papaitan food from Philippines not good for my gut. Apples, oranges also triggers my reflux. You can still eat also oranges and apples, but try to mix it with something else. Menthol candy, not good also for me. Too much green tea for me triggers also, followed by heartburn. And too much almonds are hard to digest than any other nuts. So that triggers me also. But other nuts, no problem. Mungo beans are not good for me. Probably the reason also is hard to digest. And this brown color beans also. And most foods that triggers your acidity is from preservatives. Processed meats are loaded with preservatives, no? Like tocino, hot dog, sausage, ham. Those from burgers, also shawarma, artificial fruit, juices, soft drinks. And I'm advising you also to use seasoning MSG alone, monosodium glutamate. If you are fond of using that, refrain from using magic syrup, because magic syrup loaded already with MSG and other flavorings, which will trigger your acidity because of complex flavorings and preservatives. Avoid juice oils, avoid fried foods, avoid fried fries. Limit spicy. Avoid soups that are manufactured for that contains complex preservatives and seasonings, same as some noodles. And avoid breads, bun, pizzas, because it contains bicarbonates and you don't want to store too much bicarbonates in your blood. You know why? When you have an issue in gastro acidity, means your stomach produces every time too much acid. When your stomach produces frequently acid, the chloride in your blood will be lessened, and you don't wanna your bicarbonate will increase. So you lose electrolytes balance in your blood. So what happens when your electrolytes balance will lose in your blood? Electrical signals will affect. So if you have too much bicarbonates in your blood will become alkaline, and that will lead you to metabolic alkalosis. You know, excess use of antacids also, especially if you are non-absorbable antacids, like it contains aluminum hydroxide or magnesium hydroxide. So speaking of antacid that contains magnesium, isn't it the medicine in Philippines, the color blue of its wrapper? I don't want to mention it, but the name starts with K. Antacid use not normally lead to metabolic alkalosis. But as we all know, drugs will harm your kidney in the long run. So if you have failing kidneys, it will bring you alkalosis also. So the conclusion is better to use natural ways to treat acidity in stomach to prevent assigning too much work for your kidney due to antacids. So go back to bicarbonates, and I'm not yet finished about bicarbonates. High bicarbonates will lead you to low chloride in your blood. Chloride is also a part of your electrolytes panel. So sometimes you test your blood about electrolytes. So if you have this disease, hyperacidity in stomach, it's safe to include your diet that contains sodium chloride or salt. But be very careful also if your blood test says you are overly have salt, so then be very careful also. Increasing salt in your diet will help you compensate loss of chloride due to excess stomach acid production. And you know, when you have gastrointestinal issues, if you are having frequent diarrhea, you will lose a lot of water. Before I don't know that, but now things will, I already what do you call this? What I've already experienced, I know that I've been dehydrated before because of excess diarrhea. So you will lose a lot of water by having frequent diarrhea. Then it will lead you to decrease in chloride also. So better to drink more water avoid antacids, and go for natural ways. And before I forget, cigarette smoking also can relax also your throat, then acid will climb up to your throat. And if you smoke, not all smoke goes to your lungs. Some are go into your stomach. It can damage linings of your stomach. Also, it can chemically react also of what you've been drinking and eaten. But now, I'm still smoking. But last October, I stopped smoking. Yeah, 3 months. November, December, January. Yeah, 3 months because I'm scared before because of this ulcer. That's why I stopped smoking. But during vacation, there is a quarantine. There was a quarantine, so I have nothing to do. So I smoke. I'm quarantined. I'm not positive of the COVID, but it's a policy in my area, like a law, like a policy to quarantine even if you're negative. So I bring back. But now, unlike before, I consume almost one pack a day. Now I can control now. The good thing is. One more I want to tell you is the oil, aceite de manzanilla. This aceite de manzanilla is an oil of chamomile. And I already discussed about chamomile, why are chamomile essential in treating gastro. This oil, you can use this to massage your abdominal area. I already told you my previous video in Serpentina on how to abdominal massage. But in my video Serpentina, don't use aceite de manzanilla there when doing massage. Instead, you can use coconut oil. Why? Because you don't want to conflict chamomile and Serpentina. As I always saying, it's all about timing. Timing to use and when to use. Synchronize or scheduled like that. The essence of using liquids, gas, or solids, natural medicine, you should use them individually because I believe in chemical reactions and side reactions.